What's going on, Read My Lips people? We are back. Back like we ain't never left, baby. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Good old Candace Owens. Oh, Candace. You know, I've done a couple of videos about her on my channel over, the extended couple of months that my channel's been up. And, yeah, needless to say, her fans absolutely hate me. They don't like me. They're not fans of me. And that fills me with absolute joy. I gotta tell you, I really love the fact that her fans, they don't like reading my lips. But yeah, if you've looked at the thumbnail, if you clicked on this bad boy, you will know that Candace Owens does not support George Floyd.
What?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she decided to, in this atmosphere, come out and shit on this man. And it takes a brave person. It takes a strong person. It takes someone who's willing to buck against the societal norms to come out and say, screw that guy. I don't support George Floyd.
Screw you guys. Hate you guys.
Now look, Candace, I don't know if it's an act. I don't know. I really don't know if this is an act. Read my lips. What do you mean you don't know if it's an act? What are you talking about? Well, it's simple. There's people in this political sphere that when they say something, even if it's absolutely detestable, I believe it. I think it comes from their core. It comes from deep within. There's a couple people. Stuart Varney, I believe that guy. Tom Cotton, I believe him. I believe dude believes in Guantanamo Bay and is cool with torture and is just an absolute authoritarian. I believe him. I believe Tom Cotton. But then we get to people like Tommy Lauren and Candace Owens, and I don't know if it's an act. I don't know if it's an act that works, and they're making a lot of money from it, and so they're like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to keep playing this role and making a ton of bread. Now, I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm saying I can't tell if it's not. Because it's almost calculated to look at the winds, see how the tides are turning, and to say, I'm going to say the most egregious thing and see what happens and get those views. And guess what? She said something egregious and she got the views. Her live stream was popping. People were all over her live stream. She's in headlines. She's already trended a couple times on Twitter. I bet that feels amazing. Can you just imagine? I feel good if my video does decent. If I do a video and it does decent, okay, the work I'm putting in, it's paying off. Just imagine trending on Twitter. That's gotta feel pretty great. Even if what you've done to trend is detestable. That's Candace Owens. And, the other reason why I think this is all an act is I think she's intelligent. I feel she's an intelligent woman. And I feel there's no way she would do some of the things she's done with her intelligence. I don't buy it. I wouldn't buy it with your money. And, she's intelligent, but, she can get owned by Joe Rogan on his show because she has no idea what she's talking about when it comes to climate change. But all that aside, whenever I do a video about her fans come for me. They usually do. And I get myself a nice strawberry daiquiri, kick my feet up, turn on some anime, and I just take it because I love it. I love when her fans come at me. So go right ahead. Let's get the ball rolling. So the George Floyd thing. So I'm pretty sure many of you have heard of it already. She doesn't support him, and she tries to sweeten the deal. She tries to make it seem like, I want justice and etc. But, George Floyd was a bad person, and I don't support him. He will not be a martyr. Well, first of all, when someone becomes a martyr, that's really not your choice. Like, you're not the end-all, be-all as far as who ends up in Martyrville. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if he doesn't mean anything to you and you don't want him to become a martyr for yourself, that's fine. But you can't stop him from becoming a martyr. And quite frankly, looking around at what's going on, he is. As popular as you are, Candace, you can't stop that. And so, I don't know if you guys remember, but I did a video talking about how I put up pictures and it bothers some people. Some people, they can't take it. And one of the pictures I had put up was that an unarmed black man was shot and somebody was on the phone and they were saying, yeah, I just killed an unarmed black man. Can we find out and dig some dirt on him to make him look like a bad guy so it's all okay? Yeah, that picture bothered some people, but God damn it, it's the truth. It happens every single time. And Candace, you are the living replica of that picture. Yes, what happened to George Floyd was horrible. Yes, this is atrocious. But let me tell you all the bad shit I can think of about George Floyd. Well, did that make you feel better? You feel good now? You can sleep at night? Good. I'm glad. I want you to get as much beauty rest as you can. I'm not saying you need it. I'm just saying do it. But the story delves even deeper. I mean, she says outlandish things. She gets kicked off Twitter and then whines about it. And now she's GoFundMe has suspended Candace Owens' fundraiser because she said stupid shit. This is what happens when you say stupid things. There's usually a backlash. A WWE backlash. Let's get into what GoFundMe has said. GoFundMe has suspended conservative political commentator Candace Owens' fundraiser for an Alabama cafe whose co-owner criticized the George Floyd protests. Owens also came under fire for controversial comments about Floyd while speaking with Glenn Beck. Oh, he's a real winner. Owens raised more than $200,000 for Birmingham's Parkside Cafe, whose co-owner, Michael Dykes, you have a funny name, was a thug, and protesters were idiots, in a text message to a coworker that was posted online. 3 employees quit working, and people online began boycotting the cafe after Dykes' comment came out. YouTube's gonna, if they didn't already get it for the curse words, I keep saying the Dyke, and they're probably gonna be like, yeah, demonetized. Thank God for Patreon. Owens also came under fire for controversial comments about Floyd, who died after police kneeled on his neck for more than 8 minutes. The fact that he has been held up as a martyr sickens me. That's what sickens you. Out of the whole situation, that's what sickens you. Priorities. George Floyd was not a good person. You don't know that. I don't care who wants to spin that. I feel like you're the one that's spinning things. I don't care how CNN wants to make you think he changed his life around. Okay. She said in an interview with Beck, he was just after his 6th or 5th stint in prison. Bad guy. This guy's a bad man. Bad man. It's almost like you feel like he deserved to die. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm just saying. On Sunday, Owens revealed that her campaign to support Dykes Cafe was suspended by GoFundMe after the company found her fundraiser to be in support of hate, violence, harassment, bullying, discrimination, terrorism, or intolerance of any kind. Sounds pretty spot on. I'm sure Candace is going to have some sort of convoluted complaint about this. Let's hear this. Candace, what do you got? She goes, after raising $205,000 in a few hours, GoFundMe decided to halt my campaign for the Parkside Cafe in Alabama at their discretion, because they can do that. They deemed that the funds received for a conservative business constitutes intolerance. No, your comments were intolerant. They will, however, give the funds raised thus far to the cafe. Well, that's actually awfully generous of them.
Generosity. Being generous is not just all about money. So it comes from your heart.
Owens lashed out on Twitter in response to GoFundMe's decision. Guess my message to little kids would be for them to not idolize men that get high on fentanyl, get high on meth, use counterfeit bills, shove guns into the stomachs of pregnant women while robbing them, go to prison 5 times, What a truly horrible message I carry. Now, she proceeded to be eviscerated. Now, her fans, her stands, they're going to stand up for her. There were many of her fans saying she should become president. She would make a great president. Oh, she'd make a great president. And yeah, I mean, look, I don't know the guy. I really don't. That's not what matters here. What matters here is he was murdered. Full stop. Full stop. That's it. I don't care if he jumped off balconies, grew wings, and hoarded unicorns. None of that really means anything to me. All I care about is this man was murdered in cold blood by police officers, and they've been doing it to many a people, and a wave has started. A wave has started. And Candace, you can't stop that wave. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. You just get on your surfboard and ride that baby. That's all you can do. You're rightful to have your own opinion. You can have your own opinion. You're a very opinionated person. I've seen that during my time on this channel. But be ready for the backlash. And you probably are. I feel like you get off on the backlash. I feel like you do and say these things to receive the backlash. It's like a high to you. That's my opinion. Of course, I could be wrong. You have your opinion. I have mine. But GoFundMe clearly didn't appreciate your opinion, and you got booted off. I've always been at a weird stance when it comes to like private platforms and how things operate. Like, I know the left wants Twitter and Facebook and places like that to be like government owned in a sense, to treat them like how we treat electricity and things like that. I don't know if I trust the government that much. I don't think I trust them. I don't want them to have complete control over that either. I don't know. It's a slippery slope on both ends. And so I'm not mad at all that GoFundMe did what they did. So she's just babbling and really none of it means anything. But this is exactly what I said would happen. I just didn't expect it to come from her. I should have known. I should have known it was going to come from her. I'm not a betting man. I should have known. But I said, this is what they do. Let's dig up as much dirt on this person as possible. The police try to get people into the system just so they're like, look, he's been in jail. They trump up charges and etc. They tried to do it to me before. Literally doing nothing wrong. Literally. Tried to make up charges. Just to have you in the system. Just so people like this can be like, look, Reading My Lips is a criminal. Look, he's been to prison before. It's interesting. It's sad. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. This is what she does. She likes the shock value. She tries to hit you with that shock value. So yeah, good job, Candace. Really appreciate your input. And why I have your attention, Joe Biden not that long ago has come under some heat, right? He came under heat when he was saying he thinks 10 to 15% of the population are just bad people. They're just evil, right? And this isn't the first time politicians have said things along these lines. Mitt Romney's come out and said, I think he's like 45%. Like, good God. Hillary Clinton has come out and said things along these lines, and there's usually a backlash behind that. I'm not going to delve too deep into it. It's some days old. I can't catch everything exactly when it comes out in the headlines, but I'm curious. I'm really curious as to what your thoughts are on that subject. There's some people that think, you can't think that 0% of the population are just not bad, evil people, right? And I mean, I'm really curious as to your thoughts. Please give me your thoughts. Do you think people are born good and become corrupted over time? Do you think people are born? Do you think it's easier for people to be evil and it takes work, actually effort, to be a good person? That it's just easier to be immoral and bad and just let those kind of thoughts take over you? I'm really curious as to what you think, because some people are outraged with Biden. I'm not outraged at that. Yes, me, who's been kicking Biden in the back of the head for the last couple months, I'm not outraged by that comment. I think there is a semblance of truth to it. There is a part of the population which I think are inherently bad, are inherently evil. That's just what it is. I think it's kind of ludicrous to think that 0% of the population is bad or evil. And look, I know there's different roads that people go down that leads them to different paths that actually obviously has an impact. I think community where you've grown up, things along those lines, has an impact. There's a lot of different things that can impact a person and make them who they are. Right? In that same token, do you think that reform for everyone is possible? So if you're saying like, oh, 0% of the people are evil, so do you think that there's reform? Do you think everybody is reformable? It's an interesting subject, and I could not get mad at Biden for it. He's welcome to his opinion on that. It's not a really smart political move. If I'm running for president, I'm not going to be like, yeah, 15% of you are fucking evil. Like, that's just not smart. But I appreciate your honesty. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. I'm really curious as to your thoughts. I don't know. I'm a mixed bag on that. I've seen some horrendous things. I've seen some heinous things. I've seen some evil things. Man can become really, really evil. Man can do some of the scariest shit I've seen and not blink twice. Man will bomb the shit out of your entire hometown. Women, children, kids, innocents. And just keep on trucking forward. It's a very interesting subject, and then different people have different levels of what they deem as bad or evil. Give me your comments in the comment section below. I really want to hear your thoughts. But yeah, the main story I wanted to get on before it got too old was Candace Owens. Whenever Candace comes up, I love taking a shot. I love taking a shot at Candace Owens because she's pretty horrible. But she has a strong, solid fan base. I don't get it. She has a strong, solid fan base. She really does. That will stick with her through thick and thin. She could say, "I'll shoot someone on Fifth Ave," and they'll be like, "That was a good shot." Like, they stick with Candace, and true fans. So, yeah. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you don't, let me know in the comment section why. I'm always down to talk about it. I have a Cash App, a PayPal, a Venmo, and a Patreon. The links are in the description below. Please feel free to donate to the channel. Every little bit helps. Hopefully I'll be seeing you guys soon. Have a good one. Peace. Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done. I said I was gonna do this, so bear with me. Don't go anywhere. All right, so Annie Esco, somebody that watches the show, supports. There's a music video that her husband made, and I'm gonna put a link to that video in the description below. I don't know if the music is monetized or not, so I'm not gonna actually play the video because YouTube would be like, but I watched the video. It was pretty good. I liked it. So I'm going to put a link in the description below. Please feel free to, I might even pin it in the comments too. Please feel free to go check out that video. She supports the channel. and her husband was very creative and decided to make a video, and it's about the oppression and systematic racism in the country and across the world. So, any little thing I can do to spread awareness or help, I'm gonna do. So please feel free to check that out. Gotcha, Annie. All right, now you guys get out of here. Go.
Sometimes I'm feeling high, but sometimes I'm feeling low. I wanna stay inside, I could call my bed my home. I've been trapped inside my mind, that's what keeps me in the zone. I think that I'll be fine, but I do not really know, yeah. It's too late for me, not too late for you. To be great, you'll see, the pain's worth the truth. I don't wanna be just someone that's new. I speak my mind so free, so you could hear the truth. Yeah, I know that we all have fear. In the back of our minds we hear the devil that's in our ear. Let it push you to see more clear. I don't wanna think about the pain no more. Everybody's not the same, we all open different doors. Yeah, we've all got different brains, that's what keeps starting these wars. I just stay within my lane, hope my words even score. I just try to keep it real, find a way to